Today I'm going to be trying the Artistloft markers. Now, I wanted to try and find a marker that was a little more affordable because we all know Copic and Prismacolor markers are quite pricey. This pack here was originally $200, but I actually used the 30% off Michael's coupon to get 30% off. So it came to just under $150, which I find pretty reasonable, I guess, for a marker set. It did come with quite a lot of colors, and we'll just try it out, see how they work. Alright, I got my initial sketch done. So far so good. I don't know if I would really call this new school, but it's a pizza. That's what I said I'm gonna do, so let's just do a pizza. Now we're gonna choose the colors. We obviously have a ton here to choose from. I don't really know what to start with, if I should start with light or dark, but I guess I'll get my toasty crust colors out. Remember guys, this is just a test. The cheese, and something like these for the mushrooms. Oh god, now I don't know where to put all these. I need like a cup. Alright, so the only thing I'm having trouble with, because obviously I'm a newbie at this, is the color blending. And one's a bit more cooler, I would say, which is this one, which I put in right here. And then this is the one that I've used to block in all the yellow. I don't know, this is just a matter of playing around with it and seeing what comes from it. I don't really know what to expect other than I'm sure I'll go through with my Prismacolor pencil crayons and go over some spots and just kind of fine-tune some areas and make sure they blend out nice and smooth. Maybe these markers are good for just color blocking? I'm not sure yet. It's gonna take me some time to get used to them, but we'll keep going on and hopefully this comes together quite nicely because I would like to use markers a lot more and do sort of a mixed media look to my pieces. So yeah, we'll kind of go from there, keep it loosey-goosey and continue on. Alright, so I got all the color blocked out and a little more, but now I'm gonna go through with my Prismacolor pencil crayons and just play around with it a little more just to see what sort of contrast I can get. My only complaint so far is that I don't know how to use them. But for the most part, I like how it turned out. I really wish there was more of a blushy pink in this box. There is this one called R4 Azalea. I think that's what it's called. This one's sort of the blushiest color I found out of all the pink. I did use it here, here, and here first, so I just colored it in and then went over it with the red, and I found that blended it a lot better than how I did it with this one, but otherwise, I still think I'm gonna go over top of these and make them a bit blushier and then give some highlights to the mushrooms as well as the cheese and the crust, but overall, not too bad. It doesn't look totally horrible. It's got a little shape to it, so we'll kind of see from here on what it starts to look like, and I'll do a little bit of outlining. So far, so good for somebody who doesn't know how to use it. Let's do this. One of the things I learned while doing this, and that I think you should keep in mind, is that when you go over spots a lot, the paper gets quite, I guess, wet and saturated. So you'll definitely want to watch out for that, because it does cause a little bit of bleeding with the markers, which is okay. Like, that's why I went in with the pencil crayons, to kind of clean up those edges a bit. And then one more thing that I could suggest is that when you're trying to put a color or blend a color in with another, whether it's like a lighter tone or a darker tone or just a new color in general, I would actually suggest going over that spot and a little bit of the surrounding area with your base coat. That way it gets the paper kind of wet again, and then going over with the color you want to blend in. And I just find that it blends it a lot smoother when it kind of mixes together on the paper. Overall, I would say these markers were really great to use. It was a lot of fun trying out a different medium. Although I have used alcohol markers before, I just really wanted to give it a good shot again and make a larger piece with it. So I'll definitely be making more, maybe more food, and just to fill up this page, because who doesn't want food? And I find it can be quite popular amongst the YouTube community. Now, the biggest downfall of these markers, and in all honesty all markers, is the price. $200 for 48 markers is quite pricey in my opinion. Obviously you're not getting Crayola quality, which I'm sure those are fine too, but for professional markers like these, I actually didn't mind them at all. I really enjoyed the brush tip. It was a little bit more stiff, which I really enjoyed. I'm sure over time they'll wear down a little bit as they get used more, but I really liked it. I didn't use the block end of the marker very much. I think I did on the crust a little bit, and wasn't particularly my favorite, but I can see how it's beneficial in different pieces. So yeah, I would probably rate these 7.5 out of 10, which I think is pretty generous. And I would say it's mainly high just because of the brush tip, and also the price is on the cheaper end of the marker spectrum. So I definitely recommend getting these. I have been looking into other marker brands as well, so I'll probably be testing some more later down the line once I use these ones a bit more and make a few pieces with it and see how they all go. I would love to start testing more products to show everybody what is worth the money, I guess. And maybe I'll start a testing art products series for you, and we'll kind of see how it goes from there. I really hope this video gives a little bit of insight on what products you may be purchasing soon or are looking into. It's really important to do a lot of research on the products you are interested in. So I hope this video gave you some insight, and I will see you all next week.